Today we need to talk about HYBE calling for emergency help with all the BTS members. We also have people scared for Jung Kook's safety during the gas chamber in the military, and then we have pictures from the camp being posted and what is going on over there. Say Dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Hate it or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Grab your dumpling, taste Bling mug merch, and let's go. Recently, some people have been very surprised over some of the members' new photos that have come out. And no, these are not pre-taken promotional photos or anything like that. We are seeing some photos come out from the military. Now, if you're unaware of how military's photos work, I do want to go over that a little bit. There's an app in Korea called the Camp. The app is used to monitor your friends or family members in the military. In this case with BTS, it's used as a way for ARMY to keep an eye on BTS so that ARMYs don't end up showing up at the camp. Now, I do see the app on Google and the App Store, but the interface is all in Korean, so I can't really help navigate it or explain how to use it. I just want to clarify that because I do get a lot of questions about the app. I believe the app is public, as anyone can download it and anyone can view whoever is on it. I say this again without knowing even how to use the app because several millions of ARMYs are signing up for the app and are able to keep up with BTS members without, of course, being related or having even met BTS in real life. And the photos and stuff that are posted on the app are posted by military staff who go around and take photos. ARMYs were shocked when some new photos came out and we got to see Taeyang and what he has been up to. Apparently in a group photo where he is sitting with the other soldiers, we can see that Taeyang has been promoted to platoon leader. Of course, everyone who enters is set at the same level and then you get the opportunity to become eligible to become a leader. People were so happy to see Taeyang reach that level, and I think something that people don't realize is just how strong the members of BTS are physically. I think people think that the boys are so weak and delicate, but it's not true. And this is why, in my personal opinion, I sometimes feel like when we call the boys cute or small animals, it belittles them because you wouldn't call someone who looks like a Terry Crews a small bunny. But in reality, that's exactly how strong the BTS boys are, because through their day-to-day training from doing music, they work out and train vigorously for 20 hours a day. To them, a vacation is the exercise they do in the military. And thus, when people get scared for them in the military, it's odd to me because they can definitely handle themselves. The other thing that is very important to note is that these photos are not sasaengs or stalker photos. I'm literally seeing people reporting the photos that are posted on the app to HYBE. You're reporting official government photos to HYBE and also reporting photos to the same company that those same people hate. What happened to the hate and calling them useless? However, I will say in this case, HYBE would be useless because how on earth would they combat this? You can also very clearly see that Taeyang is sitting down and posing for this photo. Like, he's obviously thinking that this photo will be posted somewhere. Should he have a problem with that, I'm sure he can literally ask to not be in the photos. Like, opting to be out of the photos is probably not a big deal at all. However, he's happy to be in it and happy to be letting ARMYs know what he has been up to. I've seen some ARMYs get upset over the fact that people were blurring out the other soldiers but not BTS members. BTS members are public figures. It's like they want the boys to be respected, but they're literally being respected and it's called out as a bad thing. You know, it would literally be disrespectful when posting a photo of, let's say, the president to blur out their face. Why? Because they're public figures and we should know who they are already. A celebrity, while not at that level, would be quite disrespectful towards them to blur out their identity when their whole career is them trying to have a public identity. In the same vein, it's just as disrespectful to be like, who are you? Imagine saying that to the president. Anyway, HYBE wouldn't do anything because there's nothing wrong here. And I don't think they could do much even if there was something wrong. HYBE, however, has done a lot, and so those who are upset at HYBE need to realize they're doing stuff. HYBE can't just update their actions every day, nor are they able to be super specific on what is going on, because a lot of legal stuff can't be talked about while it's happening. However, HYBE does update quarterly, so if there's an issue, just wait quarterly, and if they still haven't addressed it, then post about it. But if it's not even past the quarter and then people are tweeting about it, those are just people that just want to be mad. HYBE posted a statement that was actually very interesting. They talked about sasaengs and stalking specifically. I think there was a story a couple months ago of a BTS choreographer or someone who impersonated BTS and scammed people out of millions of dollars. So that definitely needed to be dealt with. And then I believe the action of Taeyang's stalker was taken care of as well. She was described as a woman in her 30s who was arrested. And then HYBE has been in court since then taking care of these issues. And I think there was some backlash over these actions being taken care of, but not the other issues. And the thing is, is the fandom has issues over smaller things like someone with 100 followers posting that they didn't like one of BTS's songs, and then they'll report that to HYBE and get upset that HYBE didn't sue. However, the only reason they were able to take action on the two people I mentioned earlier was because they actually broke the law. Stalking is illegal, and there was legit evidence of this woman stalking him, and stealing millions of dollars is obviously illegal. Writing comments online about hating a BTS member, or even a weirder situation where a fan might pretend to be a BTS member and just leave weird comments, I'm sorry to say that is not illegal. Ollie London, if y'all remember them, people were reporting Ollie and all they did was pretend to be Jimin and be a little weird about it. Never stalked or attempted to hurt Jimin, but Ollie was constantly being reported for stalking or breaking the law, which they never did. I don't love what Ollie did, nor am I a fan, but the facts stand that Ollie never broke the law. And no matter how much you yell at HYBE to say that someone broke the law and they're evil and need to be sued, if they didn't break the law, HYBE or the law can't do anything about it. Take that energy and focus on things that can actually make a huge difference. Do you know how many people on the daily are being mistreated by either their landlord, boss, or the government? Have at that. If millions of people are sending billboard trucks to the IRS, to a company that treats their employees badly, we'd have such a better world. But instead, let's waste money and time on something that is entertainment. I'm not saying to not care, but rarely are the situations ever that bad that it needs the attention that it's given. And rarely are the situations that actually do need the attention is the attention ever given. I do think it's always sweet and nice when the fandoms come together and when they worry about their favorite idol, because it shows how much they care in a sweet way. And recently there's been something people were worried about. So what happened? Not too long ago, Jung Kook did a live stream and he had tears roll down his face. It was concerning as everyone was wondering if he was okay, if he was depressed, or what happened. However, he explained in a video that the tears weren't about enlistment or saying goodbye, but simply that Jung Kook had rhinitis. It's an allergy, and this can be similar to a cold, and it's basically a runny nose and irritated nose. Of course, the conditions can also affect the eyes and throat. This became a bit of a concern recently as fans are aware of what Jung Kook will be doing in the military, and one of those activities is the gas chamber. People were scared that the gas chamber could worsen or really make an issue out of the condition or allergic reaction. And this is possible. Things like irritated fumes, temperature, smoking, many of those things can affect or worsen an allergic reaction. But I want to assure everyone that the decision to participate in the gas chamber is 100% your own decision. If you feel like the gas chamber is going to be 100% torture, you can file to get out of it. And it's not a big deal at all. If Jung Kook opts to do it, then it's something that he wants to experience and should get the opportunity to try it. I will say the person I would probably be more worried about if they choose to do it is going to be Taeyang, because he has very bad skin rashes, and so the fumes could make that a lot worse. And so I hope he opts to get out of that. Jung Kook, on the other hand, is strong, and if all his symptoms are like teary-eyed and stuffy nose, it's not really that bad of a reaction. And if he wanted to experience the chamber, I'm sure he could take something for that. But I guarantee if they can help it, it is something they're going to want to experience. It's part of the experience. And you want to leave the military saying you excelled or at least tried everything. So I hope we can be reassured here and not get too upset over the fact that they might be doing something like this. Just understand that it is all with their consent, and at any point they can stop. This is not them actually going to war. Not the same at all. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check on Patreon for more videos. Link down below. Things will still be comment right here. Love you. Bye.